Oh, we're drinking Tepache. Okay. Tepache, 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 Tepache. Making a mess now. Making a mess. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Hey, it's Brewbird. Welcome to my kitchen at home. And in this video, we're going to be making Tepache, which is a refreshing Mexican drink with a very low ABV, around 0.5% to 2% ABV. And we're going to make it using pineapples. So right here, I have a nice ripe pineapple, and we're just going to get started cutting it up. So we don't want the top, so I'll cut that off now. And for this fermented drink, we're only going to use the outer skin of the pineapple. The great thing about this drink is that we're using the part of the pineapple that we usually throw away, and we're making something really tasty from it. So I've always thought when I'm cutting pineapples that it was such a big waste. So this is just a really nice way to not waste anything. And also, we have the skins here, and I cut it really generously, so there's a lot of meat here as well. And that will give our Tepache a little bit more flavor, pineapple-y flavor. And I'm also going to cut out the core of the pineapple, because that's usually very hard, and when I'm eating pineapple, it's not very nice. And I've got the core, and I'm actually going to use a little bit of the pineapple meat as well. Just a few chunks, maybe 2-3 chunks. And that's good. And this will all be for the Tepache that we're making today. So actually, I'm gonna kind of mash up the pineapple as well, just so we can get more flavor coming out of it. Traditionally in Mexico, they use a kind of sugar called piloncillo, but I can't access that here in Canada, so we're going to go with the next best thing, which is brown sugar. And I'm using a dark brown sugar today, but you can use light brown sugar or golden brown sugar, whatever you have in the house. It doesn't really matter. The only difference between light and dark brown sugar is the amount of molasses content in it. So dark brown sugar has a higher molasses content. So if you enjoy those darker, more caramelized flavors, then you can use dark brown sugar instead. I'm going to use a cup of brown sugar that I've packed tightly into this measuring cup. Then I'll dissolve the brown sugar in 250 milliliters of hot water. Next, I'll pour the mixture into our fermentation vessel, which is this glass jar. Then I'll add 1 liter of room temperature water to the fermentation vessel. And so I just added that water in so it would cool down the hot water that I had previously, because the top or the pineapples, they have yeast on them, and if I just put it right into the hot water, it would kill all the yeast. So that's why I just wanted to put it in liquid that's not quite as hot. So now I'll start adding the pineapple skins in here. Okay, and I also mashed up some of the meat before to release their juices. So maybe I'll mash it up a little more. Oh gosh, nice and mashed. Mash, mash, mash. Okay, that's good. It's nice and juicy. So now we've got our nice Tepache here, and I'm going to put a few spices in to give it a bit more flavor. So to this, I'm going to add 1 piece of cassia bark that I have here. And I'm going to crush 3 cloves here. Then I poured water in to cover the pineapple, and this took 750 milliliters of water. And the last thing we're going to do is just cover it up with some cling film, or you can put a towel on it. And This will just help prevent any dust or dirt or bugs from climbing into our fermenting tepache. And I'll just put a rubber band on it to secure it. I made a little bit of a mistake, so I said to cover the pineapple fully in the liquid, but some of it is sticking out from the liquid, and so you can see there's a very fine film of mold on top. So it's not really a big deal. I just picked out those pineapple pieces, but when you're making it at home, you should fully submerge the pineapple pieces by either using a smaller jar or putting a rock on top to make sure the pineapple pieces don't stick up. Assuming you don't have any mold growing on your pineapple, you can actually take the pineapple and add some more of that brown sugar liquid to it and do a second tepache fermentation if you would like to. But I'm just doing one fermentation this time, obviously. Now that the tepache has finished its primary fermentation, I'm going to ladle it into these glass bottles with the help of a funnel and some cheesecloth. And I just use the cheesecloth to catch any little tiny particles from the pineapple that we don't want. And I won't fill the bottle all the way to the top because there's still some yeast in here from the pineapple, and it's going to continue to ferment and eat away at the sugars, and that will produce carbon dioxide, and that carbon dioxide will build up, and we need to give it some room in the bottle to build up. Otherwise, what happens is it will build up, and then this bottle might just explode from all the built up pressure. So that's why it's so important to keep some space in the bottle still. And also over time, if we allow for some space, the carbon dioxide will be re-dissolved back into the liquid, and that will naturally carbonate our tepache. Okay. That's good. And I'll just fill this other one. After capping the bottles, I let the tepache sit at room temperature for another 2 days before transferring the bottles into the fridge. You can enjoy the tepache once it's chilled in the fridge after a couple of hours, but I waited 2 days before trying mine. I'm scared. How do I open this again? I don't even remember. I think it's this way. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Yes, so it was very well carbonated in there. Oh my god! If you zoom in on it, you can see all the bubbles coming to the top. Oh, it's so carbonated now. So fizzy. Oh, it's so pine. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at it fizzing. Get a good shot of that. Oh goodness. Okay. That's all right, that is. That's very good. So pineapple-y, so refreshing. Oh, it's wonderful. It's really wonderful. It's best to enjoy this tepache 2 to 3 days after you've finished making it. If you leave it in the fridge too long, it will continue to ferment and the yeast will produce off flavors that aren't very nice, and it will turn sour like vinegar. I made this mistake where I made the tepache, forgot about it for 3 weeks, and then tried to drink it again, and it tasted very sour like vinegar, and it just was not nice at all. So I hope you'll learn from my mistake and drink your tepache as soon as you can. I hope you enjoyed watching me make tepache today. I highly recommend that you try making your own because it's super tasty, and you might as well. Otherwise, your pineapple skins will just go into the compost bin. So why not make something super tasty out of it? In the meantime, please support the channel by giving this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below for more distilling, brewing, and homemade drinks videos. This is Brewbird sending good vibes your way. I'll see you next time.